Okay, I believe we're live. We're good to go. Okay, there we go. We're now live.
Awesome.
Good evening. Good evening. Konnichiwa to everyone out there. Good morning to all the Canadians, our American friends. I know we have a lot of Australians on, and also the Japanese are on this live webinar right now. It's 7:30 in the morning where we are up here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So good morning to all of you. This is Derek Gilson here, along with Jesse Stanzel, and we are. This is our third webinar together, and I know that as we move forward in the future, we will do webinars separately. So we want to welcome all the guests here this morning from all over the entire world. We're excited to have you on this live webinar. You can expect that we're going to keep this going. We've got a lot of people on our webinar, about the same amount compared to last week. So we're excited that you're on here. On this webinar, we're going to go through some obstacles, go through how to pioneer, a country. And what's exciting is we've been running up here in Canada, just helping a lot of people rank advance and get started with Secret, and just have success here. And success is different for everybody. And why don't we just jump into it? Jump into a little bit about Secret, who we are, and what we're doing here with this amazing opportunity that we have. So to begin with, I'm up here residing in Winnipeg, Manitoba. My background, I'm not a skincare expert by any means whatsoever. But I've been in this profession now for 11 years. And 11 years ago, I was a broke university student. I wasn't making a lot of money. For all the guests out there, maybe you might know that feeling. About 11 years ago, my dad invited me to take a look at a business from home. I went out to a presentation, went out to a meeting, and I know that a lot of you went out and you saw Isaac Ben-Shabbat. You went to a live meeting and met with the CEO, the founder, which is amazing that you've had that opportunity. I never got that opportunity 11 years ago. Although I did meet some of the local leadership, and I was meeting with people that were living an incredible lifestyle, more than I was at that time. Not only were they living a great lifestyle, but they were making great income with it. And so got started 11 years ago. Like I said, went out to my very first meeting, and I'll never forget. I got started, and all I wanted to do was make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. Was able to do that in a very short period of time. As a student, it was amazing to be able to do that. And fast forward, I was able to buy my first house in my early 20s. Met my incredible girlfriend, for many of you might know, Chitindu, who's my Zambian queen. Met her in that company, and I just met a lot of great company. I never made a six-figure income in that company. It wasn't a growing global company at the time, but it was great. Worked from home full-time, was able to actually replace my income working as a sign language interpreter. So I think this is what is great, is that this webinar is for you. It's for all of you out there right now that are getting started, that are, maybe you've been in for a month or two, or maybe you've done this before. I just realized that this Secret vehicle is designed for people to start part-time. And so that's what happened for us. We got started part-time, and I was able to actually eventually become full-time working from home. And it's great when you can go full-time. For those that choose to, the great benefits of not having to wake up to an alarm clock, setting up your own schedule, being able to travel, just working with who you want, where you want, and knowing that there is unlimited income potential. Well, something happened for me about 3.5 years ago. The company that I was with I went through some changes, and so I found myself looking for a new home for about 6 months. So 3.5 years ago, we got started with Secret. For those that know, we have an incredible skincare line. You know, we don't really need to sell the product. The product really sells itself. There's people every day that are buying these products. Every day I'm meeting with people. Somebody's either bought this product at the mall, or somebody got it as a gift, or they know someone in the family who has it. So it's amazing to see that we do have an incredible foundation here with Secret. People have bought these products for many years, and what we're doing is we're just going from the retail model to what we call the relationship marketing model. So 3.5 years ago, we got started, and having that experience under the belt, was able to make over $100,000 in our first 7 months. And I share that with you because I know that the people right now in Japan that are looking at this right now, there's going to be people that are going to be making a 6-figure income, a 7-figure annual income with Secret. If you choose to, plug in, to the events that are taking place right now. For those that know, my sponsor, Josh Denny, he's out there in Japan right now. He's paving the way. He's out there with many of you that are just being champions, going out there and sharing Secret, plugging into this vehicle. And then there's going to be many more that, just wants to be able to supplement their income and make an extra 1,000 or 2 a month. Now, I know that's North American dollars and yen. It's a lot of money that you're going to be making. So we just, want to first off just encourage you to really plug in, get the information that you need, understand our company, our products, and our opportunity, and understand that here today, it's not about all of us that's on this webinar. It's really about everybody that's out there in Japan, all of those that are out here in Canada right now that don't know about it. I get so excited every day. I'm out there meeting with people. I'm in the trenches. I'm sharing the Secret opportunity, helping people get paid and helping people get promoted and catching the vision of what we're doing. And I think that's what we do. Every day is we're just sharing the opportunity and the vision of our company. And every day we're seeing new people that are winning, new people that are getting paid, new people that are getting promoted with our company. So it's really more early as usual out here in Winnipeg. But Jesse Stanzel, this guy's got an amazing story. Never done this before. I'm not going to take your thunder, but Jesse, go ahead, share your story and share a little bit about Secret before we dive into how to overcome some obstacles and how to pioneer a new country. What do you need to do? What are some of the steps that you need to take? And just so you know, towards the very end of this webinar, we're going to answer your questions. So please go ahead, start typing in your questions, and we're going to go ahead and start answering those. Towards the very end, we're going to answer those questions. But Jesse, go ahead. And by the way, he's already going to be out Japan on the 9th. I'm going to be out there a couple days after, but he's already got his ticket. He's off.
Ready to go.
He's ready to go. He's going to be in Vancouver right away, and then you're going to be in Japan for the first time. So looking forward to it. He's had a sushi restaurant, so he's looking forward to reconnecting with everyone out there.
It's my Japan roots.
Japan roots. So go ahead, take it away.
Thanks, Derek. I'm excited to be on this morning. At some point, it doesn't matter what time in the morning it is. We're excited to be able to connect with you guys through these webinars, and I am excited to come over to Japan. I've been talking with a lot of people about it. I actually was reaching out with Josh Denny, letting them know that we're landing on July 9th sometime in the afternoon. So I'm pretty excited to come over and meet a lot of you guys in person and really just help you pioneer this country, help you build and share this amazing vehicle and of course these amazing products that we have with a lot of people in your country. So very exciting. My story, I'll be brief because I'm excited to get into what Derek's got some great things to share today. And a lot of what we're going to talk about when it comes to pioneering, what we go through, I kind of went through and I'm still going through as this is all new for me. So a little bit different from Derek's story and his journey. 3.5 years ago, when he actually gave me a phone call to share a link with me, I was not working from home. I was not building distribution networks. I really didn't know anything. I joke around about it. Like, I had no idea what a serum was. Not a clue what this was, what it does. Not a skincare expert. I was actually working on the oil rigs out here, which is heavy labor job. It's dirty. It's dangerous. You get paid very, very good money. So I was making a 6-figure income, but I had no time and really no life at all. So nothing about skincare. Now, I watched the website link that Derek shared with me and just told me he cared about me. Got to watch this link. So I was one of those guys that had bought the products in the kiosk. I got stopped 3 months before in a city here in Canada called Calgary. Bought the products from a kiosk. I was using it. I liked it. I saw it on the website. What's going on? You know, and he shared with me over the phone that he was pioneering this business model from home with these amazing products. And I was like, okay. So I thought timing was key. He also shared with me that I could get the same product that I was using for about 60% cheaper than what I paid in the mall for full retail. You know, so that made sense to me just from a standpoint of, hey, I could save some money. So, because I love the product. Now, I very quickly found out when I called my parents, I'm like, hey, I got started with this thing, Secret, and my mom says, what are you talking about? She had the products upstairs in our home, which was quite a ways away from where I was working. I had no idea she bought them. So as I started to phone people and find out that people already knew about Secret, I started to understand a little bit what's going on. Like, these products are already out there. People love them. So this was in January of 2012, near the end of the month. And what happened for me was brand new to this entire profession. I had no idea what to do. So I leaned a lot on local leadership, as in Derek here. He was my support, my sponsor, mentored me, showed me what to do, you know, plugged me into a system that we're going to talk about today. And that's the reason why people have a lot of success here, is when they follow a proven, already given system. You just don't have to reinvent the wheel. So that's why I'm excited for all these new countries that are opening. As of Japan, we've got a system that's working here. I plugged into that system, and you know, we started to have a lot of success and helping others have a lot of success. And what did it for me was I got to meet Isaac. So I know some of you have met Isaac. I went down to a big event, which we're getting very excited for. That's happening in Japan right away on July 19th, which is one of the reasons why we're coming over. I went to a big event down in Phoenix, Arizona in the States, and that was the deal. I caught the vision. I met the leadership. I met Isaac and the family, and it wasn't so much what I saw, but what I felt and what these guys stood for, as in their values and their integrity as a company. They just wanted to serve and really help their community and build a wealthy community of people, and that's what I got excited about. So, you know, from then until today, I was able to work from home now for 3 years, essentially, which has been fun. We've helped a few families make a 6-figure income from home. One of them is joining us. Some of you have heard about Mello. He's a diamond agent here on the team. And we've helped hundreds of families all over now just make an extra $300 to $500 a month. And it really has to do with these amazing products and with the timing of where we're at. And we keep mentioning timing and timing, but you know, when you look at the timing, we're just starting this thing in Japan. Japan is a large company with a big country with a big population of people that love skincare products, and you know, they're big advocates for businesses of working from home. So when you kind of put that formula together, and you can get excited that you guys are amongst the first to share this with your friends and family, it's very exciting. Now, what I found is, for myself, it's not always easy. But it's definitely something that's worth it. And we're going to talk about that today, of, you know, what are the reasons of why is it worth it, and pioneering a country, and what kind of things. And, you know, you'll go through certain emotions that sometimes it's like a roller coaster. If you guys are into big rides, if you've been on a roller coaster before, you know how that feels. So it's going to be a bit of an up and down ride. And that's why it's great to have a support system and being plugged into things like this. These sorts of webinars and these platforms that are available are here to help you guys. And, you know, that's why we do a Q&A, especially me. I'm even learning as we're doing this. You know, I'm sitting with someone who's been 11 years now in the profession of working from home. I'm learning, you know, and this is exciting that we all get to learn together. So, you know, our journey is just starting. And, you know, I'm really excited to come over there and meet you guys and spend some time. And yes, I own a sushi restaurant, so I love eating sushi. So, you know, for those that, I'm just throwing it out there, you know, we're gonna have some fun eating some sushi while we're putting mud and salt on a lot of your friends and family that we're gonna introduce this thing to. So I'll turn it back over. I could go on. I'm so excited. It doesn't matter really how early it is. We're fired up to be here.
Jesse. I know you're gonna have an amazing time in Japan, and helping to pioneer the country of Japan. And I think Jesse's very relatable for a lot of people in Japan because he didn't have any experience before coming into this profession. So he's got a few years under his belt, and he's going to come up there to Japan and be able to share his story and to be able to share with people that if you stick and stay, you will get your pay if you stick and stay. And Jesse's right. We put this webinar together for you, for the guests out there to plug in, to realize that there is a support group to show people, look, you don't have to know everything, but over time, you will learn as you earn, and you will earn as you learn. My mentor told me, Derek, look, a long time ago, you don't need to be great to get started. You don't need to be great right away. You don't need to be great a month from now. You don't even need to be great a few months from now. But if you study the most successful people that have been here for 5, 10 years, that are, making the millions of dollars, what they did is they got started. They got started, and then eventually they became great. It's just like anything that's worth it. It'll take some time. But what is great is that if you know some great people that are already having success right now, right there in Japan with whatever they're doing, and you introduce them to Secret, just like we're getting some great people right now. We're building a lot of momentum right here in our backyard, even right up here in Winnipeg. You can definitely accelerate your growth. And we're talking to everybody right now. Timing in business is definitely very, very key. So show up to everything. My sponsor, Josh Denny, you want to make sure you're writing stuff down. Don't trust your memory. But my sponsor, Josh Denny, he's got a travel schedule. He's going to be literally all over Japan right now. He's busy. He's going to different locations all around Japan. I'm going to be coming up with the travel schedule in the next week or two myself. Sharing, all the events of where I'm going to be at, the different cities, locations, Nagoya, Japan, Kyoto, literally all over the place. So we've got Josh Denny's speaking tour right now.
Posted in the group. So
we just posted it in the group. So it's in Secret Global. It's in Secret Japan. Make sure, Secret Japan. So Josh Denny's going to be traveling. So this is all I know, is if I'm not very good at this, I'm not going to necessarily promote Secret products. That's more of what we do, okay? And putting products on people is how we do it. But why we do what we do, okay, is more important. You want to be able to, say, look, I want to introduce you to somebody who's made millions of dollars in our profession, who's helping a lot of people be successful. And this gentleman who's mentoring and helping so many people in this company, you got to come out. You have got to come out and meet this guy, Josh Denny. That will eliminate a lot of the obstacles that you have right now just by becoming a very good inviter, getting people in front of Josh Denny and saying, look, you've got to meet this guy. You've got to hear his story. You've got to see and see the vision of this company that's just getting started here. And you don't have to even, be that one that explains a lot about skincare. That's not your job. And when they come up, the skincare, will happen to be there. And yes, the products are the star of the show. But when it comes to building a business, when it comes to getting mentorship, when it comes to understanding, can I do this? When they see other people, excuse me, that are like Josh Denny at that event, they're going to get fired up. They're going to get excited to see that, they're meeting with the people that pioneered this opportunity in America.
Can I piggyback quickly on that?
For sure.
Just what helped me a lot, and what Derek's sharing there is third party. So getting yourself right out of the way. So helping to eliminate some of these obstacles that people might be asking you Now, you may feel that you need to come up with an answer because that's just what human nature is. Sometimes you just want to answer your questions of your friends. But I was speaking with actually our master distributor, and some of you may have heard of him. I don't think he's been over to Japan yet, but Tim Herr, he called me yesterday. We were chatting on the phone, and he's made millions and millions of dollars inside of this profession. He's helped numerous people make a 7-figure income. And he was sharing on the phone yesterday even that all he does is still to this day is he gets himself out of the way. He just totally gets himself out of the way. He introduces him to his mentor, Isaac Benchabot in this case, or brings him to someone that's better than him. If they ask him questions, I don't know the answer. All I know is, and then he moves them on to the next person to get the questions answered for them. So even people that are making multiple 7 figures inside of this profession, they're still getting themselves out of the way and bringing in third party. You'll hear this a lot. Third party is always the best party, and I know that's what helped me a lot in my first 12 months. And I still to this day I'm doing 3-way calls, getting people on third party all the time, because that's how you build a massive organization. Is getting yourself really out of the way.
So look, just a few things to really help everyone as they're getting started out there. Get to know some of the stories. Get to know, the people in the marketplace right now that, have a great story. Share stories with other people. Get to know, like, our stories. Get to know Jesse Stansell's story. Hey, look, like Jesse Stansell's coming to Japan. A guy that worked on the oil rigs, never had success before. Like, look, I'm doing it right now. I'm talking about somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm talking about his story. That's all I do. I just talk about this guy's story. This guy who smashed it, made pretty much $100,000 his first year in this profession. And I'm just talking about other stories. Talking about Melo Kasapo and his story coming. He'll be coming out there as well. So talking about Josh Denny's story. A guy who is a janitor, the guy who almost lost his home. In fact, I think he did lose his home. Was on food stamps, and now he's made it all. He's out there in Japan with his family, living the world dream. And he's not just living the American dream; he's living the world dream. Yeah. He's on a world travel right now, and this is what gets me so fired up, you guys, is knowing that with Secret. There's a couple things that we're doing. Is number one is we're, for the customers out there, we're delivering a world customer experience, delivering a worldwide customer experience. It's all about the customers, making sure that they get incredible service, they get incredible products. But what we're really doing is we're actually creating a wealthy community. And how we do that right now is we got to be able to share the vision right now with Secret, because already in Japan, there's already one diamond that smashed it in their first 30 days, and this it's gonna continue to happen. There's more people that are gonna rank advance through this compensation plan, and what I get fired up and I get excited about is that there's people in Japan that are actually now sponsoring people in Canada. So timing in business is important, but some of the fastest players haven't even hit the racetrack here in Secret. They haven't even gotten started yet. So I would be nervous not to share this with people. We had a young lady out here. Hopefully she's, it's too early for her to watch this webinar. But we had a young lady here that was about to share Secret with somebody that they know in their university class. And for whatever reason was not able to do that last night, and she was planning on doing that today. But what ended up happening was that somebody else beat her to it. Somebody else was able to share Secret with somebody that she knew, and guess what happened? They signed up with that person. So more motivation for her to be able to share this with more people as quickly as possible, because over time what happens is there's a huge buzz right now in our home city right here in Winnipeg. Like this past week, I think we got 4 young people, like ages like 19 to like 25, that made like $500 to $1,000. And these are young people that aren't making more than maybe $2,000-3,000 a month. To be able to make $500, $1,000 putting in what
in their
five,
first week.
in their first week, and you think about they're only like putting in like 5-7 hours. We had one guy who put in 7 hours. 7 hours. He made $700. He's not making more than about $2,500 a month. You guys, he's excited. This is his first week ever doing this. Yeah. We're just using his story. We're out there talking to people and saying, look, you hear this guy's story. So, you know, in Japan right now, you know, what you want to do is you've got to catch the vision. You've got to be able to promote the events. Get people out to these events. Get people onto these webinars. You know, make sure that if you can't, like, look, your job is not to answer people's questions. Your job is to be able to get them in touch with somebody like even ourselves. Like, you want to be able to reach out to me, feel more than welcome. Call me. Send me a text message. We can set up a Skype session. Yeah. We can answer your prospects' questions and explain a little bit more. Why? Because we have more experience and we can help people move from A to B, from B to C. And we have the tools in place to do that. And so one of my mentors that I met with a couple years ago, some of you that might know him, he came out with this book, 7 Steps to Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. You got to get this book. You can get it on Amazon. It's one of the best books that I've ever read, and I highly recommend it. If you want to go far in this profession, if you want to do very well, you want to get this book. So look, I'm pretty sure that it's probably written in other languages. Yeah. It's probably written in Japanese as well. So you want to be able to get this book and get this in the hands of others. And I know that in Japan, I don't think anybody sent me a request. I don't know if you all are getting this in your kit or not, but this is Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. You can listen to this over and over and over again in your car. And my mentor told me, Derek, many years ago, he's like, Derek, keep listening to this CD until you're making over $20,000 a month. And look, I'm still listening to this CD to this day because I want to make more than that. Yes, we've been able to do that. So, you know, this type of information is very important, especially when you can get it into the hands of others. Look, you're just setting yourself up for success when you can get other people to listen to this information, this valuable information, because all I know is that there's better people on this CD that have written these books that are sharing the golden nuggets that it takes to have success. And what I do know as well is that, you know, sometimes you're at a different season in your life. You're at a different season in your business. As you're building your business, you know, you're going to come through some challenges later on that the information you're listening to, the event that you attended to at the very beginning, you didn't understand it. You didn't get the information. You heard it differently. But as you're growing and you're expanding and you're growing a team and your income is growing, what's going to happen is you start hearing things, you start seeing things a little bit differently. And now you start to get yourself into that leadership role. It's at the very beginning, it can be very uncomfortable. But all I know is that there's no money. There's no money in your comfort zone. So, if you were to ask me a few years ago to be able to be on a webinar like this, you're crazy. Like, I would never do anything like this. If you were to ask me if I was going to speak in front of the room, there's just no way. So, you know, my mentor told me many years ago, he said, look, just keep showing up. Keep showing up and keep showing up. And in between, get yourself into activity. Get yourself out there sharing this with people. Get yourself out there promoting the events that you're attending. Come out with people. You know what I used to do is I used to buy people lunch. I used to buy people a cup of coffee. Maybe you have to buy somebody some sushi. Warm sake. You know, invite people to come out to the event. You know what you're doing is you're tricking yourself. You're tricking them into success. Why? Because when you get them in front of these leaders, when you get them in front of somebody else who's sharing their story, they can't help to say, look, I want to get started. They get inspired. Say, look, I know you don't know anything much about business, but you already are doing the right thing because you got me out to this event. Yeah. And you know, if you're a master inviter, a master promoter, just not being the deal, but getting people out to these events. That's all I know what to do. All I know is that this evening here in Winnipeg is we got a lot of people coming out this evening. We've been sharing these stories, getting people to come out, and look, we're excited. I could go on and on, but I know that some of you have some questions. In fact, I think some questions have already popped up already. So down below, write out some of your questions that you have here, because we want to be able to answer some of your questions here today. And Derek, here's a question already. Okay, so
Hello, Derek. How you talk smooth to the customer about the products or secret?
okay,
And then second one is how to motivate sleepy agents. So maybe you could, cultivate those two together even.
Hey, couple things is, look, if you want to set up some calls, some sleepy, here's what I'm gonna do. I'll answer the first one, which is
How you're talking smooth to the customer about secret and the products.
how you talk smooth and with the customers about the products. Okay, here's all I know is that when you're sitting down with somebody, what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to open somebody up. And in fact, I'm going to give everybody an example here, because it's hard to talk smooth to somebody about the products if you can't open somebody up. And so I'm going to, 1 second, give me like a few seconds here. I'm going to give everybody just an example of how this works. Okay. So this right here is a great analogy of how our business works. Okay. So I want you to imagine that everybody out there is like this bottle. They have a cap on them. Okay. A lot of people out there, they're closed, they're comfortable, they're working their job, or they're feeling uncomfortable, but they're used to doing one thing. And how you open somebody up is you ask them some questions. How's your family doing? What's going on? Have you done anything fun lately? What do you like to do for fun? Get to know people. Ask a lot of questions. There's a 4-step process. It's called form, family, occupation. What do they love to do for work, or what are they doing for work? I don't know what the stats are in Japan, but in North America, 83% of people in North America, they hate their job. They don't like it. Now, only about 50% of those that hate their job will ever do anything about it. You may hate what you do, but the reality is that half of those people will never change their situation. But if they're willing to make a change, you don't have to explain secret right away. Ask them some questions. Get to know them. Occupation, what do they like to do? Do they want to make more money? Do they, what's their motivation in life? And so what you're doing is you're opening them up. And when you open them up, okay, they're now receptive for you to share the secret, to share the secret products, to share the opportunity with them. And so what happens is now you can take your secret and you can start pouring in a little bit of what you're doing. You're just pouring that into them, okay? And that secret could be inviting them out to an event. It could be putting the products on them, okay? It could be setting them up on a 3-way phone call over a Skype. It could be sharing some stories of what's happening. And when you do that and you help them get started, you're not, what you're doing is you're closing the opportunity with them to be able to go out there to open up somebody else and to share the opportunity with somebody else. So that's what we do here in Secret. The products, for sure, they do a lot of the talking. If you've ever used the M4, the Recover Mask, put the products on them. It does an amazing job. But what you want to do is get an expert, somebody else that can explain a little bit more, that can overcome some of these objections. And what I do know as well is if you don't have the answer and you're not able to reach anybody right away, tell them you don't know.
Be honest.
Be honest. I don't know, but what I do know is that I can get the information for you. I know the people. that can get that information, because I'm new, you know, I'm just being humble about it. Yeah. You know, and in fact today I still don't know a lot. I shouldn't say a lot, but there's still a lot of things that I don't know that I'm doing. And what I do is I just get myself out of the way. In fact, you know, what a lot of new people need to know, if you want to build a team, a distribution network, one of the greatest things you can do is just get new people sharing their stories with new people. This past week, I had a new guy. He made $700 this past week. There was another new guy that just got started, and he hasn't really done too much yet. And so what I did is I told the young guy, I said, look, tell this other guy how you did it. He didn't even know how to he said, look, I'm new, never done this before, but I made $700 in my first week. Because I got some mentorship, I was out there setting up appointments, putting products on people's skin, and promoting. He was able to win, and that inspired somebody else new. Because why? Because he was new himself, and he thought to himself, well, if this guy can do it, guess what? I can do it as well. So, what was the other question that we had?
Just how to motivate sleepy agents.
Sleepy agents. Okay, well, first off, if they're in bed, you should probably wake them up. Okay, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Sleepy agents. Well, you know, there's a couple of things you can do. Okay, this opportunity is so new. In fact, I think that if you need to figure out why, I think that that's a loaded question when you say it's sleepy agents. I think that means that maybe they're not doing anything. If they're not doing anything, you need to find out why they're not doing anything. Yeah. Get to know them. Like, why aren't you doing anything? Find out what's happening with them. Now, there will be some people that will sign up for what we call the Witness Protection Program. They won't do anything. They'll sign up and they don't get started. And this is why it's important when you get a new agent started, you figure out why they're getting started. Get to know them. Help them create their list right away. Find out who they know. The best thing that you can do is start creating their list with them and finding out the people that they know, and taking them and going to the next person to share the secret products with them. So if they're completely sleeping, here is what I know is that if you try to wake up somebody who is dead sleeping, you might end up becoming a sleeping agent yourself. So don't spend too much time with people that are sleeping, because there's a lot of people out there that you can share this amazing opportunity with right now. So just go see the next one. You know, make more friends. You know, share more stories. And you know, you should never be able to run out of people to talk to. And this is why we recommend listening to this type of information, and reading this type of information. This is actually done on a CD as well. So sleeping agents, they will be out there. I have more people that are sleeping that are doing the business. But here's the thing: I don't worry about the people that are sleeping. I just worry about the people that are working, the people that want this, the people that want to change their life. That's who I'm looking for. I'm looking for the people that, you know, if they want to walk and take their time with Secret, this is why we do this webinar. This is why we have the events. But the people that want to start running with this, the people that are jogging out there with this opportunity, I say, look, give me a call. Let's talk to some people that you know. Let's do a webinar, a Skype webinar. Look, can you promote for Josh Denny's event? Look, can you travel 2-3 hours and bring people with you to the event? Those are the people that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the people that understand that today, do you want to get the lollipop today, work a job, and this is for some people, or do you want to get the bicycle tomorrow? Do you want to build something today that could pay you for generations to come? You know, we're still getting paid on products that we sold 3 years ago from people that that love and use their products all the time. So, do we have some more questions here?
Nothing as of yet.
Okay.
So if you guys haven't typed them in yet, just in the box below, type in your Q&A, and we'll get that in here. It takes just a little bit to load.
We definitely want to be able to answer a couple of your questions here. I know that a lot of them just had Isaac Benchabat. He's there in Australia. He just came back from Japan.
Yeah.
So there's probably agents right now thinking, man, I've got enough from these two guys. I definitely heard and saw the vision from Isaac Benchabat, and you're just ready to go out there and share this with a lot of people. So I really don't think we have any more questions.
No more coming in. No.
I think I think less is best sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got your fuel for the night, for the day. What I would advise moving forward is plan your day the following day. Set some goals. Goals is so important. Make sure that over the next 5 to 7 days, you're filling up your schedule. Write down some of these dates, put them into your schedule, call your team, let them know, call your guests, let them know about these events that are coming up. Ask them to, also share this with other people by getting these people out to events as well. So look, I'm ready to go out there and just share this with more people here today, but feel free to reach out to us.
And if you haven't yet, or if you got some new agents, it's sometimes difficult for us to keep track of everyone that's joining your organization. So reach out to us on Facebook, and we can add them to the Secret Japan Launch group that we've got created for Japan. And, we'll post stuff in there. We'll put up the replay of these webinars. We'll make sure the flyer's in there for you for Josh Denny's travel schedule. I just know that I'm excited to get around someone that's, helped, I think, over 50, excuse me, I'm fighting a cold, guys.
60 people.
Yeah, he's helped over 60 people, I believe, make a 6-figure income, inside a Secret. And so to be able to get yourself around someone like that and who's actually over there, sacrificing, from being at home here, he's taking his family over there. It's amazing. Get around that. You want to be able to connect with people like that, and really, like Derek was saying, is take some great notes. And I know for myself in the beginning, mentors taught me, like, show up. 80% of success, they say, is just showing up. So like Derek's saying, just continue to show up. When you have opportunity to surround yourself with the Josh Denny's, and I know there's other leaders. Like Chris Kim is an amazing. What a wealth of knowledge, and he's at such a young age. He's had incredible amounts of success, and he's helped so many people. I'm just excited to come over and myself, even just to get around these guys and spend some time with them, and to learn, because I want to learn and grow. And when you're growing yourself and getting out of your comfort zone, you're going to be able to help and grow more people as well. So, we'll post this stuff in the group. If you've got agents that aren't in the group yet, reach out to us and let us know, and I'll make sure that they get added, and keep plugged in there, and let us know if we can do anything. We're busy here. Like we got an event tonight that actually Derek and I are both speaking at. We're excited. We'll bring some of this energy tonight to Winnipeg, and then we're going to carry it over to Japan.
Yeah, that's it. We're excited to be attending several events. I'm going to be in Toronto, Canada, coming up in July. Jesse's going to be in Vancouver, Canada, and after that we're gonna head to Japan. And here's what I do know: sleeping is for customers. Okay, so when somebody said, "What do you do when somebody's sleeping?" I don't know. If they don't catch the vision of this, just make sure you do a good job of promoting the events, promoting us, promoting the stories, promoting the vision. Secret is already in 40 countries, a very successful retail establishment, done over $1 billion in sales. And look, they spend so much money in advertising that, it costs the company more money to advertise these products, to set up these kiosks in malls around the world, that now what they're doing is they're just giving us the money. They're giving us their customers that they've already created.
Yeah.
They're giving us their customers. And, how simple is this business opportunity? You go out there, you share this, a ratio will happen, a number will appear where people are going to start saying, yeah, I bought this product before, or I'm familiar with it, or I got it when I was on vacation in Las Vegas, or, I've seen these products before, and, we are the apple of skincare. So when you share the vision, of the secret products, of course, but more importantly, share the opportunity, because this is changing a lot of people's lives. If you were to ask me a few years ago if I ever thought I would be in this position today, no. Every day I feel like I'm pinching myself and waking up to a dream. So, and this is why we're excited to come out to Japan, because we get to see many of your early beginnings here in Secret take off. So
That's exciting.
It's exciting. So I think with that, we're going to wrap up the webinar.
Yeah, we're good. There's no more questions coming in. So
that's it. Just like last week, I think as soon as we got off the webinar, we were out on an appointment right away, and I've got the same thing going on this morning. So we're going to go and share the secret, the opportunity, the vision here. And we look forward to all of you that come out to our international event in September. It's going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. So, all I know is that we got people from all over the entire world. That's going to be in Phoenix, Arizona, September 17th to the 20th. Write that down, put that down in your calendar. So Ignite. We're igniting this right now. With that, everyone, peace, love, thumbs up. We will see you at the next big event. Take care, and bye-bye for now.